Welcome to another edition of Freelance Discussions. Today I've got a special guest here. She kind of thinks she's a star. This is Isabel. I brought her in today because I'm going to be discussing hunting dogs. And so the topic today is, how important is it to have a duck hunting dog? How much money could you expect to spend? How difficult is the training? Is it something that you can do for yourself? Or are you going to have to send them to an expensive trainer? And also our dogs, the dogs that we've owned in the past. But before we get on to that topic, I want to mention a couple things. So I got beanies on the store today, and also FDH camo hat. So I'll put a link in the description and also in the corner towards the end of the video so you can head over to the FDH store and pick up some of that merchandise. Also, I do want to mention every single Monday and Thursday at 4 o'clock Central, I'm going to be coming out with a new video, so make sure that you check YouTube for those times. And if you haven't subscribed to Freelance Duck Hunting, go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, with these discussion videos, what I'm really trying to do is open up a dialogue. I want these to be more of forums and open discussions than just videos. So make sure that you comment, give your opinions. If you think I'm off base on anything I'm saying, I would love to hear it. So go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and get into the topic of conversation. You're kind of what we're talking about today. Hunting dogs. How important is it to own a hunting dog? When I first started duck hunting, I did not have a dog. I did a lot of hunting without a dog, and finally I decided, you know what, I want to go ahead and try to get one, and it has changed my duck hunting completely and totally. So why is a duck hunting dog important? Why are you important? You're going to lose a lot less birds with a dog. They've got really powerful noses, and their vision's really good, and they're going to get out to those birds much faster than you can slogging through the water. So you're going to lose a lot less birds. When you train your dog, raise your dog, and you're with them, they love hunting every bit as much as you do. You fall in love with that dog like no pet I've ever fallen in love with. And also, it just adds to the overall enjoyment of your duck hunting experience. So you know what? It's really affordable for you to get a dog, and it's not that hard. I'm going to go over those things with you. I am no professional trainer by any stretch of the imagination. Isabel is only the second duck hunting dog I've ever personally trained. She's much better trained than the first one. Stay. But I am absolutely no expert. So what do I expect my dog to do? Well, I want my dog to be steady. And that means she is not going to leave and go for a retrieve until I tell her to do so. She's going to sit right beside me. I'm going to give her a command, the word back, and she's going to go. Now, if you've watched all of our videos, you've seen from time to time she gets a little bit sloppy with that. But for the most of her life, she's been extremely steady. Also, I want her to bring those ducks back all the way to me, or at least really, really close. A lot of dogs will drop ducks on the shoreline, and Old Days is pretty good about that. For some reason, the colder the weather gets, she likes to drop birds at the shoreline. So I want my dog to at least bring the duck very close to all the way back, if not all the way back to me. I want my dog to come when they're called, and I want my dog to take minor hand signals, which Izzy does. I've trained her a little bit on hand signals, but again, I'm no professional trainer. So these are just the basics. If you can get your hunting dog to do those 4 things, be steady, bring the birds back, come when called, and do minor hand signals, you know, that's all you really have to have. If you just want to have a good quality hunting dog that'll do the basics, it's really not something that's all that difficult. I went out and picked myself up the book called WaterDog, written by Richard Walters. If you buy that book, which I will put a link to that in the description below, and you follow that book to the letter, it's really not that hard to train your dog. It takes about 10 minutes a day. You follow the book WaterDog, and you're not going to need to send them off to a trainer. You're really not. It's something that you can do yourself. I promise you, you can. It's not that difficult. I promise you, you are going to add a lot of enjoyment to your hunt, and you're going to feel good about it. It's something that everyone can do. It's something that the common hunter can do. You know, I have bought a hunting dog for $15. Izzy was $300, and Old Fumblemit's dogs, they've been $1,000 plus dogs. So really, you can find a hunting dog to fit your budget. I promise you can. Now, my first dog was I bought her for $15 out of the newspaper. So what are you going to get with a $15 dog? Well, number one, your chance of having a really good hunting dog does drop. Your chance of having a dog with health problems increases because you're not getting a dog with any kind of established bloodline. A $15 dog is not going to come with any paperwork. Like I said, you're more likely for it to have health problems, and you're more likely to end up with a dog that doesn't do what you want it to do. Come on, Iz, sit up. Well, don't get grouchy about it. I just need you to keep your head up a little bit, okay? Can you do that? Yeah. So when you don't pay very much money for a hunting dog, like I paid $15 for my first dog, basically the likelihood that you're going to get a dog that doesn't do as good a job goes up. The chance of having a dog with health problem goes up because you're not getting any kind of established bloodline or paperwork or certification of health. So the more that you pay for your hunting dog, the more likely you're going to have a fantastic dog that's healthy. The less you pay, your odds of getting a really good dog do drop, and the likelihood for hip problems, which is very common in hunting dogs, goes up. Now, like I said, my first hunting dog was $15 and she was great. Now, I didn't do a very good job with the training of her. She wasn't steady at all, but she had a lot of enthusiasm. She was a great dog. Now, old Izzy here, she is my second hunting dog, right, Iz? She's my second hunting dog, and I got her for $300. Now, she came with paperwork. She's got good bloodline. In her family, she's got really certified retrievers. And here's how it works. Here's what makes a dog cost more money. The better the bloodline, the more expensive the dog is going to cost. So guys that are really into training, they'll go out to all these field trials for duck hunting dogs, and they'll get them all these ribbons and certifications, and they'll be grandmaster champions. And when they do that, then their pups cost more, because it's just like with people. If two Olympic athletes have children, those children are more likely to be an Olympic athlete. It's just a statistical probability is all it is. So the more you pay for a dog, the more bloodline they have of fantastic certified retrievers. Now, Izzy has some really high quality retrievers in her bloodline, but they were a little distant. So she was only a $300 dog. And I'll say one thing I've noticed with Izzy being a $300 dog, she's a little less athletic. She has a little less desire. Now, my dad has purchased, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings about it. I'm just going to joke. My dad has had 3 dogs, all of which were $1,000 plus dogs, and every single one of them has been more athletic. Every single one of them has had a better nose. But like I said, if you're just the common duck hunter, like I am, I don't want to spend $1,200 to $1,500 for a dog. $300 fits my budget, and I love this dog. She's wonderful little retriever, but she's steady. She gets all the birds, all the easy birds, and every now and then she'll bust out a really good retrieve. She's given me everything that I could have wanted. If you really want a hunting dog, but you don't have a great budget, you can still do it. Pick up that WaterDog book, make the choice of your dog match your budget, and get out there and just train. It's only going to take about 10 minutes a day of training to successfully have your dog ready. The main message I want to put forth here to you guys is this. You don't have to be a professional trainer to have a hunting dog. You don't have to have a huge budget to have a hunting dog. But what you need is patience, love, and the ability to stick with it every single day, or almost every day. If you aren't going to put the love and time into your dog to exercise your dog, spend quality time with it, don't get a hunting dog. I've seen guys that get hunting dogs, put them in the pen in the backyard, and don't interact with them at all until it's time to hunt, or maybe a few training sessions here and there. That's not the life of a dog. They need companionship, they need love. But if you've got those things, if you've got a couple bucks, you can pick up that book, you've got love, time, and patience, I promise you, you can have a hunting dog. So that's about all I've got for you today. Again, if you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear them down in the comment section. These are just my personal thoughts and opinions. If you don't agree with something I said, please put it in there. I'd love to have a discussion. You've been pretty good. I appreciate you coming here with us. So that's all I've got today. Thanks a lot, guys. I remember Mondays and Thursdays.